So once I painted this area in, and I wanted it quite dark because I needed power at the bottom of this scene. I wanted some, darker color helps to support the thing. And I think it kind of helped to oppose this line with this one. Maybe I'm micromanaging, I don't know. But then I have, of course, a very dark line across here, eh? And the values change quite a bit from here to here. I could have lowered the values more here and in here. I thought it might be more interesting to put a fence post in. I think I alluded to that possibility in the last video. So I've decided to go ahead with it. So, I didn't want just a thin stick because I need some strength in the foreground. So, an old weathered remains of a post or fence post or what have you, sitting there. It helps to, break this line a little bit without intersecting it. It helps to, provide a little more interest. I think it's working all in all. Do I put a brace on it yet? Or maybe a second post somewhere? Or remnants of a second post somewhere? Possibly. Where I was going to put it, as far as should it be here or should it be here? Well, I didn't want it here because it's a little too close to center. I didn't want it directly below this void between the fence and the building. Didn't want it directly below this lighter post. So I put it at a slight angle for starters, and secondly, it sort of points to this area here. It's sort of in line with other stuff higher on the painting, but those elements are far enough away from this post that it's not a worry. Doesn't bother me anyway. Just thought I'd bring that up. It's maybe not a huge consideration, but it's valid nonetheless. Well, I thought this post looked so lonely that it might need some emotional support, so I braced it. And then it's still, that's fine, emotional support, but it needed a friend, so I put another stick in there as well. So, it's become an object of undetermined origin, but it fits the subject matter. I also darkened this area of this bit of field to help it blend more of a smooth transition value-wise from here into the foreground. And we've laid in a little bit of raw umber and yellow ochre there. Now I think we'll work on the mystery of this corner of the barn and the doorway. I'm sitting here wondering what to do about this little doorway here, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just do away with it. There don't have to be two there. You can access this lean-to shed from inside the building. So I think that's what I'm going to do. How's that? That's a lighter on the bottom there. Okay, I'm kind of messing up now. Reestablish the whole painting's so wet I'm running out of places to put my fingers while I brace my hand. It's okay, I'll survive. Okay. We'll go back to our Cad Red medium. shade. There would be a thin line. Well, not necessarily, but that's where one wall meets the other. Okay, and just under the eave will be in the shade. Now we start to get a little brighter. Alright, add a little bit of yellow ochre to that, a little more red. Maybe a hint of white. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Nope, that's too pink. Okay, cad yellow pale. I don't think I want it as highlighted as this red, not as intense as here, but similar. Okay, I have my angle wrong there. You know, we're just gonna say that's okay. Okay, and a little redder yet. Yeah, doesn't have to be a door. This will be our little tunnel into the unknown here. I'm playing all over the painting right now. Dribs and drabs, bits and bobs. Well, I was sort of searching for the colors that I wanted to use in these trees, if they stay. I think they will. And so I decided on, and I think it's going to work, cobalt blue, burnt sienna, and white, as I have on this lone evergreen here. As I also have here, a little higher level of cobalt blue, and here, and now I'm using ultramarine blue and burnt sienna and white with a bit of cobalt blue. This is just raw umber cobalt blue and a bit of white for this little couple of posts. I had a lot of lines up in the hillside that are more distant that were fairly dark and fairly defined, and way back here I'm leaving them for the time being anyways, maybe permanently, but I wanted to remove them. Also I had a piece of this yellow ochre jutting off to the side, and it wasn't a very good shape. I wasn't comfortable with it. So we've cut into that, changed that. Very small bits, you know, here and there that I'm just sort of laying a brush stroke or two on, and then cleaning the brush, going to another area, and just surveying the whole thing. And that's why I'm not taking you with me, because it would just, the camera would be on and off and on and off, and I'd be moving it and zooming in and out. So I'm just, general affairs. So what remains is this doorway, and typically I will leave the doorway till the end, the last thing I do on a painting. So I'll probably do the same this time anyway. The sky needs a bit of work. I need to, and that's fine. I know that going into it, that I may change things, because I always do as the painting develops. Well, with the exception of heavily impastoed knife painting, that is, because that's not as forgiving. But I'm going to congeal some shapes up here. It's a bit sharded, a bit maybe too stylized. Anyway, we'll play with that. Okay, this might introduce a little bit of rock, a little bit of light touching some of the rocky ledges up here. Maybe not. Yeah, these trees. I may even, now that everything's in place, the values are pretty much in place, I see that I can afford to raise the value on this roof, maybe just a stroke or two. Maybe in general. These bushes here, I may even lay in a bit of highlighting. I'm a little hesitant, because the most logical place for me to do it would be sort of in this direction. But look how close we are to the center of the painting, and then this hillside supports this as the center of the painting. So, kind of dangerous. Might just leave it. Anyway, I guess the next video on this painting will be it'll be completed, or it'll be some stage of its completion, and that'll be the last video of this painting. Then it's on to something else. I did a video on October 3rd, a couple weeks ago, called Horribilis, and that's the name of the channel, and that's a subscriber of mine, and they suffered a lot of damage during Hurricane Ian down in Matlacha, Florida. So he sent an update, I think yesterday, and I won't read it for you because it's for all of you who left some very kind comments towards him. This is an update. It's for you, so you can go back to that video and have a look at it. Yeah, October 3rd, Horribilis, and it'll be in the comments, obviously. So, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.